I'm left eye dominant, but often when I'm shooting action sports, I'm going to shoot with my right eye through. So then you can, over time, train yourself to keep your left eye open while your right eye's open. And then you mentally are sort of looking through the viewfinder, looking outside. So then, especially when you have a big zoom, or I shoot with the 500mm f4 quite often. So I've got it braced. I'm looking through with my right eye, but I'm using my left eye. I can still see that the camera's moving over there, and Sarah and John are here. So I have a context awareness, so that with that 500, it's such a narrow field of view, it's going to fill the frame of this gazelle, right? But I can see I don't want to have, so I'm going to have maybe other photographers here next to me that are all lined up for this same race, right? So if I'm looking all the way down the race line, I'm going to be shooting through them, and so it's not really a picture, and I don't want my lens to focus on it, so I'll leave my lens more towards where I want to actually take the pictures, and I'm going to be using my eyesight in my left eye to look for it coming down the track, essentially.
Yeah, that peripheral vision, that actually is to shoot with both eyes open, talking about the little tricks that you can do, so you can kind of see, anticipate what's coming up. Like I said, if you're trying to track on that one tree that's coming up, and you do want to use the viewfinder because that'll help you track, you'd better have this so you kind of see that, okay, here comes a clump of trees, here's a red tree. So that actually is a really good tip.
And you can totally do it with your left eye and your right eye as well, just that more of the camera blocks that context. Because if I look at, so you can see probably less of my eye relative to that. So it also depends on the camera, you could theoretically, but point and shoots being smaller block less of your vision as well, and the mirrorless being smaller. Mirrorless technologies are getting better and better. Still, the autofocus may not be quite as fast as
that's what that Sony that I work with, which has got a good size sensor, all your manual controls, raw shooting, and it's got a nice wide angle on it, which is you often want. But anyway,
let's do this so I can get off the floor here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So just coming around the corner, we're going to shoot.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to give you. This is going to be the path. Yeah. Right. So you kind of know that we'll do this path.
Okay.
And I will.
Very good. All right. So I'll get these up on the monitor here. So at 1/15 of a second, I didn't do a great job of keeping it in focus. And there's a little bit better one. But you can see the slats in the wood background are pretty blurred out at that point because both it is moving. The camera's moving pretty fast to keep up with our gazelle here.
Yeah, and he's so close to it. This really is a challenge. Even though this isn't a race car, he's so close that, like you said, the relative position is dramatic, just like it would be with a race car. So it's not the worst. Was that good enough? Are you done with the?
Sure. And obviously,
guys, just getting into it.
I was saying earlier, my technique for shooting at 1/4000th of a second is the same as when I'm trying to blur out the background and pan and do it at a 1/30th of a second. I'm still doing that follow through. I'm still taking pictures all the way through. It's just changing the shutter speed in aperture or in time priority.